Hi everybody, here I am again to record a video. This time I will try to record a video talking about a very practical video here. I will show you my English notebooks that has followed me in this English journey since 2019. That was the time that it started. Yeah, and these are the notebooks. Look how much they are. It's 4 notebooks so far, and I'm gonna talk about each one of them one by one because each one represents an era of me learning English. An era. Let's name it as era. So as I just said, I started to learn English in 2019 when I was in high school, and this was also the time that I got from my uncle this beautiful notebook here. Amazingly beautiful. I am a tremendous Beatles fan. I super love him since my 9 years old, and I was really happy. Sorry, I'm a little bit sleepy, and I got very happy when I got this. And this notebook, as you can see, it's real full of pictures. I fear this is the cover of an anthology of Beatles. Let's see what I have here. If you're not familiar with my English story of how I started and why I decided to learn English, firstly, I was having lessons with my old brother, because he started a course of English, and as he would learn, he will give me his knowledge as well. And it was a really helpful time because it's good to start with a guidance. It's really a key point when you don't know much things. So here we have in the first page. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or if the camera will show you correctly, but here we have the days of the week. We also have ways of telling adverbs of frequency over here at the end of the sheet. Yeah. Always, often, usually, sometimes, hardly, even. 60 seconds, for example, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, such as that. Very basic things in the beginning. Some forms, how to form phrases, here pronunciation tips, and the answers of a task that I will be doing. The task will be straight from his notebook. And also vocabulary sections here. I have stick it on the top of the notebook these post-its that represents vocabulary sections. So if I want to see some new vocabularies randomly organized, I will go for this post-its here that is neon color. And every time I have a slight look into this notebook, I got very nostalgic because it's so full of, I want to show you because I don't feel comfortable showing me and not showing you. Oh, look how he is beautiful inside too. It's beautiful inside too. Here, the first page, vocabulary, some modal verbs here, as you can see. I had very basic vocabulary because, as I said, it was really a beginner. Other verbs here, the prepositions like on, in, and at. I don't know why this sheet is like this. It's cut off. Some answers here of tasks, prepositions of time. Here, other prepositions, quantifiers. It's barely blanket, this sheet, by the way. New Verb phrases. Yes. I didn't have much knowledge of how to form phrases. And I also see a lot of mistakes when I look at these pages. Here, parts of body parts, yeah. Other vocabulary section that I call here rising vocabulary. Yeah, I really got nostalgic, especially when I see things like this. When I wrote a task entirely with myself, just by myself, and I remember that I was feeling very proud of myself when I wrote this. And now seeing this, I see how basic and superficial it is, so out of slangs and other things that make English English. Draw here, because this time it was in the pandemic, I remember. Um, another task about English routine. This is a dialogue that I made, and I like it. I really enjoyed it. Sometimes you will run through, you crossed through fanfics that I really did when I was in the pandemic. I really use it to make very much fanfics. Vocabulary again. Some other rules, pronouns, such like that. Here is a script of me showing my books, a video that I never recorded, including, by the way, I have to record it. Another sections, here is examples. I remember this video was from Small Advantage, blah blah blah, so on, more tips. As I said to you, present perfect. Let's skip. Oh, I remember this day. I learned how amazing it was to learn English by translating a song. I really like it. Other things that I wrote by myself. Chunks of fanfics. Yeah, it was really basic. As I said to you, here's another example of fanfic that I have to transcribe it to computer. It is a David Bowie fanfic. You know, other things like this. This, for example, is the most big fanfic I wrote in this notebook. It's an Uncharted fanfic. Some of things were in Portuguese, and yeah, I really enjoyed this notebook. Yes. Really like it. And it was really important for me, so this basically shows me it displays my basic era, while I was learning English. This notebook was with me to 2019, from 2019 to 2021. Yeah, it was a huge time of 2 years. And this was the second one. It's more thin than the other, as you can see, and it's a more boring cover. I wish I was having plans of cover it up, fulfill with another band, probably, perhaps, but I didn't. So it became my boring notebook with the most boring cover. This is a draw. It's very recent. It's from last year. Another last year. Oh, this is ugly. I prefer olive fan art. So here it impacted me in a more different way. I was becoming intermediate with this notebook. I was feeling more free to write my day. I was also reading content in English. I was more free at this time. I was even writing poems. For example, this, A Girl's Diary. And yeah, writing a lot of idioms. Yeah, writing a lot of chronics too, new vocabulary. It's really by seeing this notebook to see how much important it is to never give up. Yeah, Another vocabulary sections, tips. Yes, it was really good. Really important. All of this notebooks was really important for me. And that's this one is more. It's finer. I don't even know if it's the right adjective for it. And fanfics, obviously. Some of them were in Portuguese. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I surrender to my first language. Now let's see the third book. The third notebook, which is this. So recent, guys. This notebook is from. Wait, what? I was trying to remember if this notebook was really my third notebook because it's so recent. Like, this one was the 2021 year notebook, and this was 2023. I mean, it was a really skip in time. So I love this cover. Really love it. So simple and beautiful. Phrases of Shakespeare in the beginning. Note stickers that I never take off. And we start. It's very traditional of me to start a notebook introducing myself. It started with this 2021 notebook. Yes, I could read it for you one day, but this video is getting a little already longer than I expect. So here we have another introduction. It's really recent, and I am already intermediate at this point. Already writing fanfic pieces. Another grammar rules and more about phrasal verbs, of course, vocabulary as well, because we never stop learning vocabulary. Pronunciation tips. I stopped doing something that I started in the first book, for example, translating songs word to word, because it's fun. It's a very fun habit, but I decided to stop because to write fanfics and dialogues became more interesting for me. Oh, is another thing that I have to point out. This was the notebook which started my English career as a teacher, because I started to give boosting lessons with this notebook. So, for example, I have this page here where I do a very organized explaining about question tags, because I had to explain this to my student, and also the 12 tempos verbais in inglês. For example, the tenses, the 12 tenses, just as present, past, and future, continuous, perfect, present continuous, something like that. Here is the charge. And then I made some tasks for him. Yes, it was my first supportive lessons, and I made this too, but he came back. Conditionals, something like that. I also started to give lessons of ESL language for my brother, which the contents are over here. For example, this, where I gave him lessons of English words, concerts, vocabulary. Yeah, I love it so much, this notebook, but unfortunately, it gone very brief, very far. What am I saying? Wait a second. I mean that I loved so much this notebook, but unfortunately my time with it was very brief. Sorry, I am failing with my English input, and it affects my output. At this time I got very much free in writing. Status of my language, I've noticed that I have much more to gain watching these videos of day. Of course, I have to point out something very interesting, because while I was with this notebook that I got my first job because of English level, and I'm very happy with that. When I did my first job interview using English, I saw how important it is. Never, guys, never. I said never. Stop learning, never, because you see all the baggage that you struggle to learn all these years in action. You actively see it. You use all the knowledge that you got from years and years and years. You putting them um, into action. It's amazing. It's very beautiful to see it. So let's finish here with this amazing notebook, and we start with some other contents. Yes, and the chosen draws. Last but not least, as known as my current notebook, this one here, this bad boy here, which has a huge and amazingly beautiful cover. So let's dig in. It's really similar to the last one because it's from the same brand, I guess. No, yeah, it's from the same brand. Again, I started introducing myself. Here I put some advanced verbs and vocabulary of introducing yourself, because with this notebook I started to take more serious my career of teacher, because I want to give boosting lessons, but also I want to give ESL lessons. So this is a more technical vocabulary. It marks my intention, my new intention, my level up English, and I'm more close to fluency with this notebook. I feel it. And these notes I did today. I did these notes here today. So as you can see, it's full of blanket pages to be filled. Yes, guys, thanks for watching this video. I know it's confusing. I know my English is not the best today. I am very kind of sleepy. No, I'm not sleepy. It's because I don't know what to say. I'm kind of looking lazy because today I felt a little bit sick. Yeah, I feel a little bit sick. That's why I'm not full of energy. It's better to stop right now. So thank you for watching this video, and I promise one day I will bring a video with more happiness from me. So bye bye. I'm happy. I'm just kind of lazy. No, not lazy, because this is not a positive thing. I'm kind of sick.